What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Freedom and Privacy Weekly, where we cover the weekly news in the crypto world and on Twitter. So, first story today is Circle blacklisted the contract address of a privacy protocol, which means they rugged all the funds. Hundreds of millions of dollars, poof, vanished, gone. All because Circle froze the contract address, which is why you should use Monero. Because no one could freeze Monero. I mean, why the hell are you using a public blockchain for privacy anyways? What are you doing, bud? And there was a Zcash exploit this week. We'll get into it later. The FBI arrested 300 people in an international crime ring for scamming Americans. They were able to arrest them in 4 different countries. Across 4 different countries. And we're able to freeze a lot of money, or seize a lot of money. And then we have Zcash had an upgrade. And turns out with this upgrade, they also show that they have a privacy kill switch, meaning they turned off the privacy feature with Zcash, which, to say the least, was fully expected, as it was made in Israel. What more can you expect from a VC-funded token whose money is derived from a 15% fee paid to the devs for every transaction? Next up, ThorChain scammed a company that found a very big exploit. They found an exploit when they were offering a bounty. And the moment they found another bounty, ThorChain is a decentralized swap service with these pools and everything, pull their money together, you swap, you can take dirty coins, North Korea can swap. They've had a lot of controversies recently. They've been exploited left and right, scamming left and right. Turns out it's just a big piece of shit rush project. So, they found 2 critical ThorChain bugs, which could have drained them for a lot of money, but instead of paying, they're like, nah, fuck you, we're going full Jew mode. We'll fix it, but we're not going to give you shit. Oh no, there's no money, we're not offering it anymore. Don't use ThorChain. It's a scam. BlackRock up next. ETF sold $440 million. That's right. $440 million worth of Bitcoin. This week has been brutal for Bitcoin. We saw it jump down now today to $59,000 with a peak earlier this year of $110,000. So right now it's not really looking that good for Bitcoin. We are down substantially, well over, getting close to about half. And then also the brutal selling this week. Michael Saylor finally decided to sell some Bitcoin, which caused the market to freak out a little bit, to say the least. He began selling his $4 billion worth of Bitcoin to cover his STRC dividend, which is essentially a Ponzi scheme where they continuously buy Bitcoin and they offer an insanely ridiculous percentage, a dividend paid to investors in the project. And the more you research MicroStrategy, the more you see that this is just a cycle he tends to do. He ran it up, lost investors billions of dollars. Now he's doing it again, even bigger this time. So, good luck to all the BitStine holders. You got some rocky turbulence up ahead, buddy. Because guess what? You also broke important lines on 6/3/26, which have also been used as reference since Mt. Gox. So, once again, not looking very good for BitStine coin. And up next, speaking of Mt. Gox, but before we get to Mt. Gox, we're going to go over a bill that is being pushed to the House floor to ban the central bank digital currencies before they are enacted and everywhere. If you do not know what a central bank digital currency is, it is essentially the dollar but digital, meaning they can freeze everybody's funds in one click. They can block your access to money in one click. Every single account you own, gone like that. They can put a time limit on your savings. You must spend your money before 2030. Or poof. Fugazi didn't fucking exist to begin with.
Fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist.
It's all gone. That's what a central bank digital currency is. It's the government having full control over the currency. Meaning, your money is not your money. The money you work for, slave for, bleed for, sweat for, every day, cry for. Not yours. Which is pretty fucked up if you say the least. You want to say the least. Next up, Mt. Gox moved 110,000 Bitcoin. That is right. 110,000 Bitcoin. Not only did they move that, they've been slowly selling on Bitstamp. They recently sold 110 Bitcoin, which I'll put the USD equivalent on the screen right now. But it's been a brutal sell-off for Bitcoin this week. Even the sailor, the Moon Boy himself, sold. Mt. Gox, that heist that happened a long time ago, they're selling now. And just brutal, just destroying. We got BlackRock selling. We got so much happening this week. I could not believe it, frankly, when I was writing the notes for this video. Is that this is like, of course, I am like, okay, well, I'm gonna film the Privacy Freedom Weekly news segment. No way that there's gonna be something big that happens this week when I decided to start saving posts to film. And of course, to my luck, frankly, just destruction after destruction after destruction. And like, I don't feel anything for you if you lose money, unless you're holding Monero. Because frankly, I see all this as funny. And those shit coins. Monero is the next global currency, going to replace the dollar. So I don't really care if you lose money on Bitstream coin, BitShitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Frankly, you deserve to lose all the money you do. I think you're gambling. I think it's a shitcoin. Swap to Monero at xmarhub.org/swap. You can go to the swap tab. It's AML insured. It's fast. One of the fastest in the entire ecosystem. And has really good rates spread across multiple providers. And not only do you get to help this channel if you swap on XMR Hub, you get to help the Monero ecosystem because the money will go to projects in the space, not only Hub, but Map, Predictions, Games, the Monero Foundation, and a host of different projects, including Monero.eco, XMR.eco, I apologize. Back to the news segment. Switzerland. No, we're gonna go back even more. MicroStrategy, we're talking about Bitcoin again, is now down 6% this week. Not only is it down 6% this week, but it's down 70% this year alone. And if you don't understand how crazy that is, we're going to put up the chart right now comparing the 2008 MicroStrategy bubble to present day and how it's repeating again. And will Michael Saylor finally go to jail? Who knows? Tune in. Maybe next week you will. But now on to a breaking new development. Switzerland. You assume Switzerland and privacy go hand in hand. And frankly, I do too. You know, the whole Swiss banks used to be a whole meta. They are proposing one of the most invasive privacy laws in the world right now. If you want to sign up for secure messaging, Signal, Telegram, Session, SimpleX, you want to have an email, you want to have a VPN, you are now required to submit your ID. You will be required to submit your ID, your full government name, your address, your date of birth, everything in order to have this VPN, which means that privacy doesn't exist anymore. Right? That VPN, cool, you're messing with your IP, but they know you're behind it. They know who's behind that email. They know who's behind X, Y, and Z. It's a complete invasion of privacy. And it's an absolutely shocking turn of events coming from Switzerland. The most beautiful country in the world, known for being neutral and having great privacy, is now turning totalitarian. Now on to the next segment. Polymarket gets scammed. And now this may not come as a surprise to some of you guys. Polymarket, if you don't already know, has resolved no or resolved yes on markets that were clearly the opposite. Because they have insiders who are going to lose money. So at the end of the day, they get a call and they're going to have to resolve it in their buddy's favor. So that's what happened this time. They had a market that said when MicroStrategy sell Bitcoin, and they marked it as no, even though MicroStrategy did sell, which caused a huge uproar on Twitter, rightfully so. And not only is Polymarket scamming nonstop, has some high fees, KYC, but now they have a competitor, XMRpredictions.com. Private prediction market, the world's first private prediction market, accepts all coin deposits. Monero bets and withdraws only, buddy. So you're not going to send your shit coins off this fucking platform. It's going to act as a melting pot for all coins into Monero. So you want privacy. You don't want to deal with the bullshit of your money being frozen and resolving wrongfully. Check out XMR Predictions. Right now we're in beta with StageNet Monero. And we're going to continue to hammer development and relaunch Hub and Map before we officially launch with money from investors and the ads and the videos, everything, and the influencers promoting it. It's going to be huge. So follow the Twitter. Make an account. Maybe we'll give some awards to people for making an account and playing with StageNet Monero. Who knows? Cardano, creator, who, bless his soul, he said Monero is better than Bitcoin a month or two ago. He came on a video and said Cardano was over. A lot of DApps, a lot of bullshit in the ecosystem is going to die. He said 88 is over. He said Cardano is a dying coin, had a jump off ship, and he announced he was taking a break. Which, I mean, everything besides Monero is a shitcoin. And if you're holding anything else, you deserve to lose money. And frankly, I think you should swap your Cardano on xmrhub.org swap tab. Get rid of that shitcoin. Next up, Tommy Lee versus Michael Saylor. The two big boys running Ponzi schemes. Tommy Lee with Litecoin losing billions of dollars in Litecoin. He's essentially a MicroStrategy Saylor of Litecoin, who's gone down only and whose chart looks like this. So as you can tell, he's going to go to jail for a long time when he loses all that money. And then Saylor too. The two biggest retards in crypto fighting at each other, neck and neck, for the award of who is going to lose investors the most amount of money. Moving on to the next story. There's Ponzi is collapsing. It's going to be so over for Bitcoin. Nothing is pumping it. We got ETFs selling. That was a huge selling point for Bitcoin. Saylor was supposed to pump it up to $1 million per coin. Okay. They're consistently going like, we're going to buy, we're going to buy, we're going to buy, we're going to buy. But every time he buys, the coin doesn't pump. Something's not adding up here. I feel like we're only playing with paper Bitcoin. I don't think he's actually buying any real Bitcoin and withdrawing, which would send the coin up, mind you. So my forecast on this is not great. No, it's not great at all. We are going to see a collapse of Bitcoin unlike anything we've ever seen before. And frankly, I don't think it's going to recover ever. I think it's a shit coin. There's no use for it. Who's going to use it? Especially when number goes down. No one wants it. No one's going to use it. And when they see Monero stunning, flying, use cases, projects, community. Community is important. Join XMR Society on Telegram. Link in bio. Link in comments. They are going to swap. And not only should they swap an XMR Hub, they should go all in on Monero. You should go all in on Monero before it's too late. Bitcoin's going to zero. USDT is going to zero. Ethereum's going to zero. ADA is going to zero. Litecoin's going to zero. Everything's going to zero against Monero. Long term, zoom out, come back to this video. You're going to regret not going all in, and you should go all in. Get rid of your shitcoins, xmrhub.org/shop. No shameless plugins. Back to Freedom and Privacy Weekly with Mav. Next up, Massey is going on the House floor to talk about the USS Liberty next Monday. And we'll see if he can make it to next Monday without getting If you don't know, the USS Liberty was a ship that was sailing close to Israel when they were in a little conflict. And Israel thought they picked up some radio frequencies that they were doing terrorist acts. Because, of course, Israel's doing terrorist attacks and all this illegal shit. So they decided, hey, what if we just killed them all? And they couldn't say anything. So that's what they did. They fucked with radio interference, so they couldn't SOS. They couldn't get any help. And for hours and hours and hours, Israel killed Americans and bombed and torpedoed and did their best to try and take the ship down. And when the president found out, he said, we cannot let our greatest ally down. Cannot let this get out. So they buried the story and sent death threats to any of the remaining survivors and watched them closely so that it would never get out. And they are the only country in the entire United States history that has attacked us and gotten away scot-free. And not only gotten away from us scot-free, they take our money nonstop through your tax dollars. Stop paying taxes, use Monero, get paid in Monero, and go to jobs on blocks. If you have any skills, get hired in Monero. If you want to spend Monero, you got to find a business. Or you could use the Goblin card until you can just scan the QR code everywhere and pay with Monero. The next global currency that's going to $10 million per coin in today's dollars when we take over the dollar. Next up, Pump Fun Go. Now, if you don't know what Pump Fun is, it is a platform anyone can launch a shitcoin. So I can launch Make Tax Fraud Great Again coin. And I can put in $100. It's going to have a market cap. People are going to buy in. People are going to ape in. And essentially what this is it's a game of hot potato. Okay, you buy, sell. Fucking, you're just trying to get in and get out and making a whole bunch of money. Okay, that's all shit coins are. It's all Ponzi's. It's all gambling. Some people are like, oh, he launched a shit coin and then drug. Like, that's the whole point. It has no value. It has no utility. It's nothing. It's a shit coin. You're just supposed to gamble. It's like Crash on gambling where it's like, that's all it is. It's just Crash. Okay, you're just buying and selling, trying to get a profit. So, Pump Fun did this huge platform who has yet to do an airdrop yet. They launched Pump Fun Go, which means that you can have a bounty. Skydive into the soccer game wearing a costume running on the field for $20,000. Throw eggs at my ex's door for $10,000. Do X for X amount of money, and then you submit proof, and then they pay you, which opens up a whole fucking can of worms. This is like a Black Mirror episode right now come to life. Now, I'm not going to really get into the efficacy of this type of market because, frankly, I do think that this is the Wild West, right? Can this backfire? Can this hurt a lot of people? Yes. And is it kind of like death markets? A little bit. How I can incentivize the wrong thing? Absolutely. And frankly, do I agree with it? Within limits. I feel like it can be a very cool thing, and I really like the idea of having bounties out. Because let's say have a $200 bounty if you go cut down a flock camera. People don't want flock cameras. They're going to vote with their dollars, and people are going to take those dollars. Because if you can't tell, they destroy the economy, destroy the value of the dollar. So if you want to make some money in this world, you are going to go and do those bounties. You're going to go make some money. And people get what they want done, and they don't got to do it themselves or go to jail. You can do it essentially anonymous if you use a VPN and you swap to the coin to Monero and then Monero to the coin if you want to keep doing it. Use new wallets so people don't follow you. Do it all on xmrhub.org/swap. Finally, Zcash exploit. As I previously mentioned in the beginning of this video, Zcash was exploited. They had a network upgrade, failed. They also discovered through Claude a massive exploit. One of the biggest exploits you've ever seen before. So essentially, Zcash was doing digital coin clipping. When you saw this huge push to shield your coins on Twitter, it was this paid advertising. You cannot go on Twitter without seeing Zcash shoved down your fucking throat like a dick. Okay. It turns out in that shielded pool that you can print unlimited Zcash. You can just keep printing it, and you can just spend it. Just do it ever. You had an unlimited money machine for 4 years. This happened. Not only does this happen right now, but this happened previously before too, which sent Zcash to $60. It sent it to zero. wallets shut down, doesn't work on any wallets. It's the swap providers, the exchanges, they all block deposits for Zcash. You're not allowed to deposit it at all, and nobody wants it. And it's been crazy to say the least on Twitter recently with the Zcash exploit. It really goes to show that everything but Monero is a shitcoin, and it's taking time bomb. You're playing a hot potato with these shitcoins. This Bitcoin, this Ethereum, this Solana, this XRP, and I get if you want to mess with that to make some money to put in Monero, right? Because Monero right now is still developing. We got the ecosystem, we got the projects, everything's slowly coming. We got community building, we got narrative changing, we got all this shit that's coming on. And yet, if you want to go run a bag, but put that bag in Monero. Keep stacking Monero. We hold Monero. Monero is the next global currency. Monero is going to $10,000 per coin within a few years. It's going to $10 million per coin in today's value. Very soon, we're going to overtake the dollar. We did not get any XMR chats. So if you want your message to pop up on screen, you want to say something in one of these videos, you can go to xmrchat.com/xmrmav. Send me a message. Doesn't have to be really anything expensive, but if you want to help the YouTube channel, you want to help projects and whatnot in this space, send me a message. Check out xmrhub.org/swap. AML insured. It's cheap. It's fast. Join my Telegram channel. They get little news updates. Join XMR Society on Telegram. It's a group chat of 1,300 people, growing stronger and stronger day by day. Community is very important in crypto, and I recently wrote a blog post on this about how important crypto is and how it made SHIB a titan, how it made Dogecoin a titan, Bitcoin a titan. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, XMRVoid. Follow my backup and my personal account, XMR Scott. Follow XMRHub_org on Twitter. The original account got suspended. You might ask, why did it get suspended? Well, we had somebody launch MoneroHub.io, which is essentially ripping off the Monero Hub brand that I created last year and have been establishing and launched way before their shitty ass AI website. So they made a Twitter account and they mass reported Monero Hub on Twitter to get it taken down because of impersonation. And this is really pissing me off because I spent a lot of time on that account. I ran it up, a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of engagement, a whole bunch of people in this space played fucking dirty, man. And I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm not going to kapoo-poo about it. We are locked in. We're building the future. And the little setbacks here and there are normal, and we will overcome them. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see. I've had people, I guess, want me to make these videos again. I used to make them, I think about a year ago. And yeah, I guess maybe I can film these weekly news segments and then also other videos. I got one cooking up. I have to edit and get uploaded. This should be very soon. I got to go and pump fun later with somebody, a group of people. And we're going to have some fun. So maybe you'll see that on Twitter. Maybe you'll see that on my Telegram channel. Maybe join. And yeah. Peace. Goyim out.